City Council has now voted unanimously to streamline part of the city's transit network. An opposition councillor wanted to address delays and overcrowding on some of the city's busiest bus routes. Our Michellle Morton has more on this story. Michellle, what's this all about?
Dan, one city councillor, Boyle, brought forward this motion. It includes 8 corridors identified as some of the city's busiest bus routes in TransLink's bus speed and reliability report. She says all-day bus lanes are one of the fastest and most cost-effective ways to improve public transit.
The more that we can introduce measures that improve bus speed and reliability, the more people who are going to choose the bus when it works for them, which is a benefit for people who are driving too, because it reduces vehicle traffic.
So dozens of speakers attended or called into a public meeting, including students from out of town who commute in. Some raised concerns about how long their commutes are, along with overcrowding, but also air pollution and climate change. Council eventually passed Boyle's motion unanimously after ABC councillor Sarah Kirby-Young suggested they include a motion she brought to council last October. It prioritized 5 congested routes, 4 that were included in Boyle's motion, plus Granville Street. And Kirby-Young says work has already started.
We have a work plan. Our staff are fully on it, and that should all complete by 2026. So that's a pretty good, significant amount of work done in 2 years. And people will see, for example, the early work on Granville Street completing next year.
Now, as for how they're going to operate and look, it depends on where they're located.
It really does depend how built up an area it is and if there are other uses, whether it's restaurants, patios, those kinds of things. So I think the design tries to really be sensitive to that.
As for what's next, Kirby-Young says the city has secured $11 million in TransLink funding by the new year for these lanes, and they'll be looking at seeking additional funding to support these additional corridors. Dan.
Michellle Morton reporting for us tonight. Thanks, Michellle.